Has your autistic child ever begged you to fix something that's totally outside your control, like the weather or whether a store is open or closed? We're going to explore that today. It's so much more common than you would think. I've had a lot of parents share with me that their child gets really angry and focuses that anger on them when they can't have something that they want and they want the parent to fix that situation. So for example, your child wants to go to the park, but it's raining, and they want you to make it stop raining. And sometimes children scream to the parents to make it stop, and then when the parents say they can't make it stop, the child gets even angrier. Does that sound familiar at all? So what's going on here, and what should a parent say? The answer differs a bit based on the age of your child, but in general, the principles are the same. We start with validating our child's feelings of frustration. Unless your child is very young, they likely already understand that you don't actually have the power to change the weather or whether a store is open or change the day of the week to suit them. But that doesn't necessarily stop them from directing their anger at you. Autistic author Naoki Higashida, he's the one who wrote The Reason I Jump. He describes these scenarios as impossible things. And his description goes something like this. He says, when you're really upset about the way something is and you feel completely helpless because you're powerless to change it. Those are impossible things. And I've heard autistic adults who are able to describe the feeling as the dysregulation just overtakes them. They say it feels like you should be able to yell and stomp, and if you do it really hard, the laws of nature will be sympathetic and change the impossible thing for you. How profound is that? I found that description so poignant and important. Why? Because we want to show our child that we really do understand them and their experience to the best of our ability. If we keep explaining to them that we don't have the power, it tells them that we think they don't understand. We need to consider the possibility that they very much do understand that we don't have the power, but that their reality is more subtle than that, right? They might fully understand that reality doesn't work that way, but that doesn't make them feel better. And that's why sometimes they get even more angry when we tell them that we don't have the power, right? Emotions aren't that logical. So what we want to do is validate the emotions they're having, and we can subtly remind them that we wish we could have the power to change those things. If your child is very young, they might actually believe that you are all powerful, in which case you might say something like, I can see how frustrating it is when it rains and you can't go to the park. I wish I could make it stop raining, but I just don't have the power to do that. I wish I did. So in that case, you're explaining to them a little bit because they might not fully understand that yet. But either way, you're validating the feelings that they have. One thing that you do want to consider in this realm is whether you rush to fix things so fast before your child experiences discomfort that they do really think that you're all powerful. It's something just for us to reflect on. There are places where your child might say something like, I'm sad that I wasn't invited to that birthday party. And we call up the other parent and we say, invite my child to that birthday party. It wasn't nice, right? Sometimes we do fix things and we just want to consider whether we are allowing our child those small increments of discomfort in order to increase their resilience. So remember, next time your child asks you to do something that you don't have the power to do, like win the jackpot or stop the rain, first focus on validating their feelings of frustration, right? Don't focus on the fact that they're asking you to do it. Focus on their dysregulation. Express concern for their frustration. I know it's so frustrating when that happens. I know you really want to go outside and play. I want to go outside too, right? You can be on the same side of the table with them and just try to help them manage the dysregulation. They don't actually expect you to fix it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you like this. If you did, I hope you'll like and subscribe and drop me a note down below. Tell me if this has ever happened to you. I'd love to chat about that. And let me know if there are any other ideas of videos that you'd like to see me cover, any issues you'd like me to address. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.